Good morning students. Today we are going to discuss about electrochemical series. The standard reduction potentials or standard electrode potential of a large number of electrodes have been measured using standard hydrogen electrode as the reference electrode. These various electrodes can be arranged in increasing or decreasing order of their reduction potentials. The arrangement of elements in order of increasing electrode potential values is called electrochemical series. Now let us learn the characteristics of electrochemical series. The substances which are stronger reducing agents than hydrogen will be placed below hydrogen in the electrochemical series, and they will have negative standard reduction potentials. The electrodes which has negative standard reduction potential will act as anode in the electrochemical cells. The metals having high negative values of standard electrode potential will have more tendency to lose electrons. Therefore, they will act as active metals. The activity of these metals will increase from top to bottom. The substances which have positive standard reduction potential values are placed above hydrogen in the electrochemical series. Those substances will be weaker reducing agent than hydrogen but stronger oxidizing agent than H plus ions. The electrodes which are having positive standard reduction potential can act as cathode in the electrochemical cell. They will be nonmetals, and the activity of nonmetals decreases from top to bottom. Now let's discuss about the main applications of the electrochemical series. The first important application is it helps to find the relative strength of oxidizing and reducing agent. That is, with the help of electrochemical series, we can predict the relative oxidizing or reducing strength of substances. In the electrochemical series, the substances are arranged in the decreasing order of electrode potential. That is, they are arranged in the decreasing tendency for reduction to occur or power as oxidizing agent. Therefore, we can say the elements which are placed at the top of the series have maximum tendency to get reduced, and consequently they will act as good oxidizing agent. On the other hand, the substances at the bottom of the series have lower electrode potential values. Therefore, they will have least tendency to get reduced. Consequently, they may be oxidized and they can act as good reducing agent. From the table, you can see the standard electrode potential of fluorine is the highest value, indicating fluorine gas has maximum tendency to get reduced to fluoride ions. Therefore, fluorine gas is the strongest oxidizing agent and fluoride ion will be the weakest reducing agent. On the other hand, lithium has the lowest electrode potential value, indicating lithium has the maximum tendency to get oxidized, that is to lose electrons, and hence lithium metal is the most powerful reducing agent, or we can say lithium ion is the weakest oxidizing agent in aqueous solution. Students, now you try to solve this question. You have to arrange the metals in the increasing order of their reducing power. In order to solve this question, you will remember one thing. as the electrode potential value becomes more negative, strength of reducing agent increases. So, based on this hint, you can say silver will be having lesser reducing power than mercury, chromium, magnesium and potassium. So, you question yourself why potassium has very good reducing power, because its value is more negative. The second application of electrochemical series is that it helps to calculate the standard EMF of electrochemical cell. The standard EMF of the cell is the sum of standard reduction potential of the two half cell, that is reduction half cell and oxidation half cell. By convention, we write the standard oxidation potential in terms of reduction potential. Thus, standard oxidation potential will be equal to minus standard reduction potential. Therefore, standard EMF of the cell will be equal to standard reduction potential of reduction half cell minus standard reduction potential of oxidation half cell. So, E naught cell will be equal to E naught cathode minus E naught anode. Students, now you try to solve this question. The third application of electrochemical series is that it helps to predict the feasibility or spontaneity of the reaction. The electrochemical series helps in finding out whether a given redox reaction is spontaneous or not in the given direction based on the E naught values of the two electrodes. In general, we can say a redox reaction is feasible only if the species which has higher reduction potential is reduced, that is it accepts the electrons, and the species which has lower electrode potential is oxidized, that is it loses the electrons. Otherwise, a redox reaction is not feasible. In other words, we can say the species to release electrons must have lower electrode potential as compared to the species which is to accept electrons. The electrochemical series gives the increasing order of electrode potential of different electrodes on moving down the table. This means that the species to accept electrons, that is getting reduced, must be lower in the electrochemical series as compared to the other which is to lose electrons, that is getting oxidized. Students, now you try to solve this question remembering if the E naught cell value of the given reaction is positive, then that reaction is feasible. Check whether you have answered correctly. Try to answer this question also. The fourth application of electrochemical series is that it helps to predict whether a metal can liberate hydrogen from acid or not. The electrochemical series can also be used to predict whether a metal can liberate hydrogen from the acid or not. Metals like zinc, magnesium and nickel can liberate hydrogen from the acids like hydrochloric acid, sulfuric acid, etc. While the metals like copper and silver cannot do so. In general, only those metals can liberate hydrogen from the acid which have negative electrode potential values. Obviously, hydrogen will have greater tendency to get reduced, that is accept electrons, and the metals can lose electrons, that is oxidized. As a result, hydrogen gas will be liberated. Students, now you try to check your understanding.